Um. So, are we red over there? Top right.
Yes, we are. Solid red circle. Yep. See, I got 20/20 vision. I don't know if you knew that. Do you wear glasses? You look like you wear
Corrective
reading glasses.
vision.
You wear reading glasses?
Not yet.
Wait. Are you throwing shade at my 20/20 vision?
No, I'm not.
Are you saying 20/20 vision but corrective?
No,
what you said?
I meaning that I had corrective surgery.
Oh, you had. Would you have PRK or?
Yeah, the
okay.
prick.
So you're basically a Navy SEAL.
Which is that's fitting for me. PRK short for prick.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who. I don't think I know anybody who doesn't like you. Everybody I know is like, that dude's pretty solid. So I don't know why you brought the prick thing into this.
I think that one of my insecurities is the battle between wanting to be cool with everybody, but also wanting to be like, hey man, like, this is the right thing. I think so much we have the that dichotomy between what's the right thing and what should we like enforce, personally and professionally.
Sure.
And how do we do so? Between like just let it slide and be cool. And I'm not good at just being cool and going with the flow.
It's funny you say that because I've seen you in different stages of that, right? I've seen you in the like, I don't give a fuck what you think about me stage, and I'm gonna say and do what I want. I've seen you in that stage. I've seen you in the more toned down stage where you're like, let me watch what I say, but still be myself. And then I've seen you in the silent stage. The silent stage, I never really know what that means. I'm not sure if you're upset or you're uncomfortable or you're not happy. I don't know what that means, but I like the I don't give a fuck Brad, where like he's walking around with like ripped jeans and.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'll be honest, and I think it's weird. This is weird. I don't know how this edit's gonna work out. This is a new thing. This is 2025.
We got a new podcast name.
This new podcast.
What's our new name?
Well, I think what I'm torn with is banter and beyond. But I thought about something else. So banter and beyond, right? Because we banter, we go back and forth, we talk shit, right? Yeah. We kind of crack jokes.
It's fitting.
But then we go beyond that. And it could be challenging topics. It could be emotional topics, which sometimes they're one and the same. It could be fun topics. It could be things that push the line. I think that, to me... So I'm going to be honest. We're here because this is different. Things are different. This backdrop looks like something you may have seen before, but it's not. It's nothing you've seen before.
Yeah, we're not.
But this setting, I'll be honest with you, man, this is it's kind of a weird thing for me to be here. It's weird for me to be here with you in this setting. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about the collective thing of this.
Right.
It's different. And I don't know. Are
like something's missing?
Are people going to ask you, what's right here? What goes right here?
Yeah.
No. So this is it. So here's the thing. I don't know about you. Views are very cool. We've had over 1 million of them. We've had several million of them, and which is, I feel like Donald Trump pretending like I'm lying when I say that, but I mean that.
Legit.
And I didn't realize that when you deleted videos, all the views delete, but they do. But it's not about views or anything like that, man. To me, this has historically been one of the most calming times for me, and something I can play and look back and really enjoy. And like, man, we talked about that. That was funny, or we shared that. And I think other people have gotten something out of it. It could be a modicum of like, man, that was a good topic, or man, you broached an emotion and I hadn't talked about with my boy or whatever. But this is weird to me. But man, Justin, it's 2025, and it is so cool to be here, just shooting the shit with you.
We made it. We made it past 2024.
Well, we made it past 2020.
Well, yeah,
2021, and 22. I mean, when you think about how we started this, what this currently is, and you think about where we are now, that's a lot.
I agree. I think going from where we really kind of started, even though our like friendship kind of started before we even met physically, right? But being like patient zeros in COVID to everything we went through the past 4 years. We've been through a bunch of personal things and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, I'm just happy you're here, man. I mean, I had the opportunity to.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I mean.
So some of the confusion is this going to be a joint thing? Is this going to be just a video thing, just an audio thing? There's so many questions to what this is going to be. I can tell you for sure what it's going to be from my standpoint, which is I was met with a challenge. And I was met with, hey, I don't want to say an ultimatum, but essentially like this is sort of what we need to do. Or what we do. I'm not trying to be funny, right? I'm being serious, and it was tough for me. This was like a labor of love for me.
Yeah.
To edit a podcast, to put together a podcast, for us to coordinate times, no matter what happened. But to think about the time of like, hey, are you free? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Let's plan this.
The coordination
editing,
process.
the coordination, the editing. It's like
Yeah.
I'm gonna release something to our 3 viewers. That was fun to me.
3 viewers is funny. I always thought the best feedback that I always got was always, I guess it's not even feedback. It's just like, hey, when's the next episode? Like somebody asking me when the next episode is was like, damn, people are actually watching this shit, and it's not because like, you know what I mean, like. It's because they actually watching it because they actually like it. So I think that I missed that. I missed that feeling. And I don't know. It's probably has something to do with like, the whole likes thing. Because I don't really do the Instagram thing. And I know people post pictures and like, oh my God, I only got 100 likes. It probably is a similar feeling, right? Because that's the only way I can relate it to anything, right?
What's happening? What's crazy to me, even still looking back of the things we talked about, which was so in line with current events.
Yeah.
And how things have almost repeated themselves in some ways. And in other ways have been like, we predicted that. We fucking called that.
It fucking happened.
Like, there were times in San Fran we called shit that happened. And there were times even after that we called, XYZ. And it's like.
We obviously have somebody missing, right?
Yeah.
And it's a bit unfortunate. But I will say that I wish him the best. Like, it didn't work out. Whatever it is, whatever the situation ended up being, I don't want to speak for you, but I wish him the best. I hope everything's well. But, sometimes breakups happen, and that's kind of what it felt like.
Is this
right?
a temporary thing? Is this for everything?
No, so I think when that's a good question.
You don't have to answer right now.
I'm going to answer as true as I can at this moment, right? Because everything's relative, right? So currently, right now, where I'm at, I think that nothing is forever, right? I want to be precise and also like accurate when with this. Sometimes family doesn't see eye to eye, right? Mm. And just because you and family don't see eye to eye doesn't mean that you're not family anymore. Right. It just means you guys don't see eye to eye, right? At the moment, I feel like, some things happened and I didn't have clarity on a lot of the things that happened, and there was a lot of ambiguity. And I couldn't feel comfortable moving on with that same situation without having a clear understanding of exactly what happened, right? So we had to separate ourselves from the situation. By we, I mean me. At the end of the day, when you love somebody, right, and whatever the situation is, whether it's a friendship, intimate relationship, whatever it is, when you love somebody, you don't just unlove them. That's just not how it works, right? I always have love for him. I always will have love for him. And I'll always love him. But I just can't get with the energy he's got going on right now. So
is it safe to say that...
It's safe to say that if he ever called me and said, hey, I need you I need you to come with me because I need to go fuck somebody up, then I'd go.
You feel betrayed.
I'm just saying that if he needed me for something, I would be there. But on a day-to-day, I just can't be there.
So is there a feeling of betrayal that has ignited the feelings?
No,
that you
I
have?
don't think betrayal is the right word. I think the best way to put it is, sometimes people's loyalty levels just don't line up. And when they don't match up, then you kind of got to figure that shit out and either create distance, right? Or
how do you so that goes into the how do you remedy it? Is it distance? Is it time? Do you have a conversation at a later point or what?
Yeah, I think everybody has their own limits, right? So like I could easily say like this is my limit, and this, like, for example, if you did something to my kid, not you, if somebody did something to my kid, we're done like forever. Mm-hmm. If I don't kill you, like, we're done. And if I see you, it's gonna be a problem, right? We're not there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not where we're at. Nothing happened to my family. Nothing happened to, you know what I mean? It was just a lot of misunderstanding, and then, a lot of me feeling like I was giving a certain amount of loyalty but not receiving a certain amount of loyalty. So when I feel that, then it's like I told you before, it ends up like a bad fucking breakup. And you feel like, how do I get through this, right? But also, I'm loyal enough to the point where I'm like, I don't see eye to eye with you, bro. But if you call me because you need me, I'm going to be there for you. I don't know if that makes sense, but
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. I think it's
like, it's not that I don't love you. I can't fuck with your energy right now. Whatever you got going on, I just can't fuck with it.
So when we talk about loyalty and commitment to someone that's your friend, your brother, your sister, do you find that is blood the definitive? Is that sort of the line of demarcation in a sense? Is that the ultimate end all be all? Is it blood? Is it situational? Is it experience?
I've always thought that loyalty is number one, right? So like, I have family members that I don't fuck with, right? Because they're pieces of shit, or we don't line up with our ethics, or I don't agree with moral stuff. You know what I mean? So like, it's not, blood is not top of the line. Top of the line is loyalty, right? Because if you can't be loyal, then what is there, right?
Okay, so no, I agree with you. And
because you can respect somebody, right? But you can respect somebody and not be loyal to them.
Yeah.
But you can't be loyal to somebody and not respect them.
Ooh.
Does that make sense?
Tough. No, yeah, that's good.
I don't know. I mean, it might only make sense to me, but like, I can respect somebody, but not have this feeling of like, if something happens, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? 'Cause I think we're both close. We have closer relationships with people that we're not family members with, that we're not blood related to,
100%,
than we do with some blood members. Like,
it came up recently, someone that I consider a mentor, right? We were talking and we talked about loyalty. I'm like, yeah, man, loyalty's important, whatever. The older we get, and that's what's crazy about experience, it's a hell of a thing until you really live through it. When you start thinking about, oh, somebody betrayed you? No, they can't sit with us, bro. When you start to realize that, and that's where I am, bro, you could be a Michelin star chef, but if you fucked over somebody, I'm not going there. If I've got it on good authority that you fucked over somebody that I consider close to me, we're not cool. Now, for me, I want you to understand there's a very tough position with, if we're being honest,
every situation's different, man. Like, you can't just say that. I think it's hard for people to say, if I'm friends with somebody, right? If you and I are friends and I don't like this person, you shouldn't like this person. I think that is how I was raised. That's literally the definition of how, like, if me and you are cool, if you don't like that person, I don't fuck with them no more. And that's such a difficult place to be in, right? And that's why I'm never like, you should be there, right? I think that, like, you and him had a friendship together or not. But at the end of the day, I'm not ever like, I think it would be different though. So this is the difference. If like I said, somebody did something to my son, if somebody was, crossed that line, if they crossed the line, then I'm like, if you fuck with them, I can't fuck with you no more. But it's not that. It's not that. You know what I'm saying?
But I agree with you. I think the older I get, the more I'm like, and I've realized when I look back in time that if someone's like, yeah, man, that guy rubs me the wrong way. It's like, okay, duly noted. Now, I think this is unique. But if I didn't know someone, you're like, yeah, yeah, I'm not fucking with him. This is unique in that we all knew each other. Things went a different way.
Yeah.
But it also is not like I'm like, yeah, man, let's hang out. Let me.
Yeah, I mean,
so
the
it's a little
situation,
different.
so it's
Yeah.
not like you're trying to be,
I think-
pressful. But like I said, I don't want to put too much, interest in this because it's kind of a moot point, right? Like, at the end of the day, I still love him, and I always will, right? He didn't cross a line to me, where he deserves a full cutoff. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's not because I don't love him. I just don't need his energy right now. What he's got going on, I just don't need it. Also, with the loyalty thing, I always think of it as everybody else thinks of it. When you call somebody, if you need something, right? If you fucking need something, like, we're what, a 2-hour flight away from each other, maybe more because you had to drive, but we're a flight away, right? It's not like we live 10 minutes away from each other and I call you and I'm like, yo, we need to go do something, or I need you to come over here to do this, or, I need you to watch my kid because this. Like, we don't have that luxury, right? But I know in my heart that if I call you, right, and I say, bro, is there any way you could get over here because I kind of need you for something? I know that you would do your best to do that, and I know you would. You see what I'm saying? That's where the loyalty piece comes in for me.
So when you don't feel that with somebody else, was that what happened?
No, that's not what happened. I just think that that's one of the factors that I could.
That's what you need. You need that.
I think everybody needs that.
I agree.
It's not just me. Like, everybody needs somebody. When you say, like, oh, like, I can do it on my own, that's cool, man. Like, do that. Do it. But, like, for me, there's been multiple, situations where I'm like, I can't do this on my own. I need help. I fucking need help, right? Whatever it is, it could be something as small as, moving. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not talking about calling somebody like, hey, we need to go kill this person. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying in general, like, I need help. Or I need to talk to somebody. You see what I'm saying?
I completely agree. Do you think that, so that kind of segues into people in relationships, married or just in otherwise, people who are single, when they're like, man, I got this. People who are what I call career singles, people who have been alone. You talk about doing things by themselves. Because I agree that there's a lot that, like, maybe you don't realize you're leaning on people for until you look, again, in hindsight, you look back and go, damn, I really lean on people to get that done.
Or until they're gone.
Hey, thanks for checking out this episode of the Banter and Beyond podcast. If you like what you saw, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.